Belgian Air Force is on the process to replace F-16 fighter aircraft in the next few years. An RFP, request for information, was released by mid-2016 for Belgium to meet its target dates. According to the program source, the projects will be valued for an amount of €4 billion. For deliveries to begin by 2023, a contract will have to be awarded by 2018 to allow for production and testing. There is 5 fighter aircraft in the competition, including the Boeing F-18AF Super Hornet, Dassault Rafale, Eurofighter Typhoon, Lockheed F-35 and Saab Gripen. The Boeing F-18 Super Hornet is an American twin-engine supersonic all-weather multi-role fighter jet that is capable of landing and takeoff from an aircraft carrier. The Dassault Rafale is a French-made twin-engine, Canard Delta-wing, multi-role fighter aircraft designed and built by the French company Dassault Aviation. The Saab 39 Gripen is a light single-engine multi-role fighter aircraft manufactured by the Swedish aerospace company Saab. It was first flown in December 1988 and entered in operational services with the Swedish Air Force in 1997. The Eurofighter Typhoon is an advanced swing-role combat aircraft providing simultaneously deployable air-to-air and air-to-surface capabilities. The Typhoon was designed and is manufactured by the consortium of 3 companies, Alenia Aermacchi, Airbus Group and BAE Systems. The F-35 Lightning II is a 5th generation fighter combining advanced stealth with fight speed and agility, fully used sensor information, network-enabled operation, and advanced sustainment. It is being designed and built by an American aerospace industry team led by Lockheed Martin.
My name is Billy Flynn. I'm an F-35 test pilot for Lockheed Martin. The mock-up is here to show everyone and to allow us to talk about what a 5th generation fighter is and why it is so different than the 4th generation fighters that we all know, like the F-16 that's been based here in Belgium for 40 years now. The F-35 is the same story as the F-16 was in the beginning of the EPAF nations using it 40 years ago. It's a new generation of fighter at the beginning of 40 to 50 years of its lifetime. The F-35 is defined as a 5th generation aircraft by sensor fusion and stealth. Sensor fusion means that I see with many sensors everything that exists 360 degrees around me for hundreds and hundreds of kilometers away, everything that moves on the ground, over the sea, and in the air. And it's all presented on 2 iPad-type screens. That is the office for a fighter pilot in an F-35. Stealth means that I'm basically invisible, and that's important because it makes sure I come and go in enemy territory and I survive against the very sophisticated lethal threats that we face now and we certainly face more of in the future. All the sensors are in the stealth lines or skin of the airplane, different than in legacy fourth generation airplanes where our electro-optical pod typically would be on the outside of the airplane. The fuel is all internal in the airplane, and in the stealthiest mode, we carry the bombs and missiles inside the weapons bays of the airplane. That's 1,000 kilogram class bombs, 2 on the inside, and typically a radar guided missile hung from the doors. And when we fly, we close these doors up. One of the most impressive parts of the airplane is the power that comes from the F-135 engine made by Pratt & Whitney. It is the big brother of the engines that power the F-22 Raptor, a single engine with 43,000 pounds of thrust. That's nearly 22,000 kilograms of thrust out of it. It's reliable, it's fast, it's efficient, and that matters for us. So the F-35's office, my fighter pilot office, is different and distinct than anything else out there. It's essentially 2 iPad screens for me to do whatever I want with. It is voice command, like Siri in your iPhone, and then it's a helmet with a screen that I look through, like Tony Stark wears in the Iron Man and Avenger movies that we all love. The screens take that sensor fusion, all the data powered by processors that power 8.6 million lines of software code, and give me a God's eye view looking down at the battle space all around. Like I said, hundreds of kilometers behind me, to the side, not just in front of me, and then very precise displays of exactly what's on the ground. I have 6 cameras that are in the skin of the airplane, and they feed into my helmet a view that if I could turn my head anywhere I want, I actually see through the skin of the airplane, underneath me, between my legs, what's happening on the ground below me. And I fly at night with the same precision of what I see in my screen as if it was in the daytime. We never had that before with night vision goggles in F-16s and F-18s. I have flown 80 airplanes in my career. It is the easiest airplane that I've ever flown, and that the pilots, the 300 pilots that have flown F-35s, will all say the same. It's the easiest airplane they've ever flown. Our job is not to fly the airplane. It's to monitor and manage all the information we see on the screens in here. It goes fast. It goes with bombs and missiles inside the weapons bay. It goes 700 nautical miles per hour. That's 1,300 kilometers per hour. 1.6 times the speed of sound, full of fuel, with bombs, with missiles. It pulls 9G like an F-16, full of fuel, with bombs, with missiles. And that's dramatically different than the 4th generation of airplanes, which had extra fuel tanks on the outside, which hung bombs and missiles on the outside and prevented them from going fast or pulling G. Pilots adapt very quickly to the helmet, to the screens, to how the aircraft flies. What is different is the tactics. A stealth airplane does not fly in big formations like we practice here in Florens at the Tactical Leadership Program with NATO formations. A 5th generation aircraft flies with its formation many kilometers apart. All the information is shared between each aircraft in the formation. We never visually see each other, and we come and go in the enemy space without anyone knowing we're ever there.